Morning YouTube, it's PB. So, special Life of the Jobbing Plumber today. I do some charity work with a team of gas engineers across the UK called the Heroes of Heat. And today we're going up to Liverpool, which for me is about 2.5 hours away, to fit a full central heating system and new boiler, all for free, in a homeless shelter. They've got no heating or hot water, so we find a worthy cause and then we get things together. There's a team of people who do it. It's run by a guy called Jonathan Hallam, who you'll meet today, and we go and sort them out. It's a really good thing. Proud to be part of it. So I'm going to take you around with me today, show you what we do. It's 4:30 in the morning. Just sat outside waiting for my lift. Got my kit bag, my favourite mug. So yeah, it should be a good day. We've done about 2.5 hours, 2 hours in the van. We're all starving. This is Chris. Chris is the hero, he's driving. I'm the clever one, so I'm going to pay for his diesel, but later on the way home when we're all knackered, I'll be asleep and he's still got to drive for 2.5, 3 hours. So
turn your airbag off. Always
thinking. So we're going to get a fry up, big breakfast now, and then we'll be going onto the job. All these vans, you can't see them all, but we've got people from all up and down the country. Guy on the end there, that's Peterborough, Wales, Barnsley. John Taylor, I think he's Huddersfield. Globe Gas, I'm not sure where they're from. And then Park Lane, he's sort of near me. Midlands. Andy Cam, that's Sheffield. And then Marcus is Nottingham. So we've got a range of different people from all over the country. There's Andy Cam. And there's about, how many blokes here now? About 15, 20 blokes, and we're all going into that tiny little cafe. Okay, so this is the boiler that's coming out. It's basically beyond economical repair, so it needs new parts, gas valve, pump shot it. So we're going to be putting a new boiler in, get rid of this tank, and putting a combi boiler in, nice big combi. One of the other reasons is this water heater is leaking, as you can see the floor is soaked. So that'll be coming out as well. Yeah, that's the job. What is Vito Pro Packs? So in here we've got radiators, these are all being replaced throughout, and this side as well. All the radiators get supplied by Myson. So we have different suppliers, different supporters. We get fittings, pipework, radiators, all supplied, and then these guys from all over the country just give up a day's labour. This is what I like to do all day, just go around looking in people's kit bags, see what kit they've got. Wire stripper. Some nice Nipex strips.
You got the temper? Yeah.
Set of jokers.
So we're not going to recycle that. So we can sort through it, every got through. Oh, from the bottom one.
Valves are outside.
Brilliant. That's what I need.
Love it.
Still there.
So you can see we've got a pile of scrap already. Now what generally tends to happen is because everyone's in such good spirits, everyone's in a great mood, they tend to just jump off the vans, get the kit out and they just crack on straight away. Everyone just wants to get involved and get started, so it don't take long to get going. So we've got here, we've stripped out all the radiators, the boilers out and the pipe work, and then we'll go and have a look at what we're actually doing on this job. It's basically a full central heating system, radiators throughout, combi boiler, updated controls to give the homeless shelter central heating and hot water.
Good.
So this is the boiler room. We've got 2 apprentices stripping the boiler out. Say morning, lads.
Right.
The good thing about Heroes of Heat is we got these apprentices will be doing the boiler, but they'll be learning from a more experienced engineer. So we've got Dennis Hollingworth coming down. He'll be fitting the boiler and then showing them a few tips. It's always nice when you work with a company to get some experience working with another engineer. So that's one of the benefits of this job. And then we've got a barbecue being set up to feed the troops. There's about 25 plumbers, gas engineers here today, so we're going to need a lot of food. Banner there from the sponsors. All the stuff today, the boiler, the radiators, the pipe work, comes from our sponsors. So inside, John is fitting a tower radiator. Say morning, John. And then this is the main sort of area in the community centre. We've got radiators going throughout. Everyone's working hard already. So we've got about 25 gas engineers, plumbers here today, ranging from London all the way up north. Come here today to help out because it's a great feeling and it's nice to give something back. Now, organising 25 plumbers is not easy, so we have to give thanks to the man behind the job. It's Jonathan Hallam. Heart bigger than his head, believe it or not. So, Jonathan, has it been stressful? I know it's hard to get everything organised.
It's been stressful. It's all worthwhile though, isn't it? You know, it's fantastic atmosphere here today. Thank you everyone for turning up. Thanks for the sponsors. It's been marvellous. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Jonathan. We really appreciate it, mate.
Thank you.
Right, so you can see here, all the old copper's been stripped out, and we're going to run new lengths across. There's the last right there. There's another one going on the other side of that through the wall. Ben's putting this radiator on now, and then he'll pipe back. And you've got different people working on each rad because there's so many blokes here. Just to get the job to come together, but we'll be 22 mil as far as here. We've got some pipes under the door there. Just getting the pipe through the wall. These 2 guys doing this radiator, and then these are one round here. Another radiator going there. Yeah, it's pretty hectic at the minute. So on a big job like this, it's hard to get the right amount of gear. You never know what you're going to need. So we have a pot of fittings. You can see here one of our sponsors is Empress, so we've got enough fittings here to do a number of different jobs. But also someone goes to the merchants with a materials list. So things like the radiators and the copper pipe gets ordered specifically for the job. Then we have other sponsors, so IMI or IMI Hydronics, they supply radiator valves, things like that. We've got Spirotech UK. They supply system filtration, and then we've got Valent, who kindly supply a boiler. Boiler there.
It's FA Cup final week.
Sheet of ply on the wall. We're going to hang the boiler on, get the pipes, clip to that, so it's nice and easy, make the job look good. So Heroes of Heat, it's not just about plumbers. Rob here is a builder from the local area and he's come down to help out, do some bricking up today. Rob, why did you want to come down?
I am local. I go to the church on a Sunday, and I heard about obviously what was going to go on, so just wanted to lend a hand really.
Awesome. Appreciate it, mate.
Pleasure.
So what are you doing here? Bricking up the old boiler flue?
Yeah, just bricking it up. Gonna take out some bricks and stitch it back in really. So.
Yeah. Nice one. Good to have you on board.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
You got one of your Yorkshire tea bags, Pete?
No, I forgot.
You want one? Have you got tea?
Zoe, are you showing Drew how to fit a radiator properly?
Got shy.
Is he doing a good job?
Yeah, he is. Really good.
Yeah?
Good job.
You've done most of it.
Yeah, I did.
That's true. I've watched you do most of it work. Can you stop drawing on walls, please? Zoe, keep an eye on him. He's trouble.
It's not trouble.
Job. Been here about an hour and a half now. We're well into it. Beautiful day, sun's out. We've got a barbecue set up to feed the people. There's about 20-25 gas engineers and plumbers here to help out today. And if you just have a look down the street, we've got vans from all across the country. It's really, really humbling sight to see. Not just local people, people from all over who just wanted to come to help out. When you do jobs like this, charity jobs, the camaraderie, the banter, it's just a feel-good job. It's a great way to spend your Saturday if you can get it off work. So there's plenty of work to be done, but if you feel like you need to have a sit down for 2 or 3 hours, you can. No one takes the piss. Come on, lads. Showing off some mad bending skills. No pressure, just imagine I'm not even filming you. It's going to be the perfect swan neck.
Can we head to the outside wall, please?
Touch more, touch more.
Can I do this side now, Lee?
One couple to do, mate, and we're done this side then.
Waiting for legal.
Bit of teamwork going on. It's a bit tight here, isn't it, mate?
Just a bit, mate.
So, because the height of the old radiators and the height of the window boards, they're having to build a frame to bring the new radiators out past the boards. We're just doing that now. And then running this to clip the pipes to.
Yeah.
Underneath the radiators. How you getting on, Chris?
I'm very well, except people keep walking over me laser.
Oh, it's got the Mardis. Do you want a cup of tea? Do you want a cup of tea, mate?
I'd love a cup of tea.
You're stressed?
Right, so there's the light.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Laura, is it?
Lauren.
Lauren is an apprentice,
Yes.
and Chris has given her some tips on radiator life. You enjoying yourself?
Yes, I am.
Is this your first Heroes of Heat install?
It is.
Would
Yes.
you do another one?
Yes.
And would you like a cup of tea?
No, thank you.
Okay. Cheers, guys. What are you doing, Sam? Having a rad?
We're good at a shelly job, aren't we?
Yeah, you having fun?
Yeah, just tightening this shit up already.
Is that a backhoe spanner you're using there, mate? Lovely.
Just got it out of the van then.
So we've got a bit of
James, don't forget to make
a new pipe run. This bathroom here wasn't heated previously, so the addition of a radiator will give them some heat in here that they didn't have before. Right, so we've got here, this is an expansion vessel from IMI, or IMI, however you want to say it. So Damon, why would we put an extra expansion vessel on a system?
On a system of this size, the boiler vessel is okay for the boiler vessel, for the boiler, and a smaller system, so maybe 5 or 6 rads. When you get into something as large as this, where you've got 14 double rads on, you need something else in addition to the boiler expansion vessel that's going to absorb.
And that's because we've got a lot more water in the system
Exactly
because
that.
of
The
so many
volume of the
radiators.
system is well above what the boiler can handle on its internal vessel.
So if you don't know how one of these works, if you've got, let's say we've got 10 radiators and you put your heating on, it gets up to 80 degrees,
Yep,
the water expands.
exactly.
If you've got 14 double radiators, there's going to be a lot more water, the expansion is going to be greater, so you're going to need extra expansion vessel to take up that expansion.
Exactly.
So yeah, using obviously pull bends is way better than using fittings. You've got less places to leak, plus it looks much neater.
Right guys, why have you came down today to help out with the Heroes of Heat?
First of all, to help this awesome charity. The banter as well has been brilliant. It started at just after 7 this morning and it hasn't stopped. Got to bring Zoe with me on this one, which I'm really proud. All the guys have really taken her underhand, and Drew has actually mentored her today, and he's been awesome with her. So
Have you been keeping an eye on Drew, Zoe?
Yeah,
Is he doing a good job?
he is very good.
I won't go that far.
Who are you?
Cheers guys. So we've got so far 22mm flow returns along, and we're just connecting up into the rods now. It's taking shape now.
You can get a tripod. So like a
I don't know whether it is or not. I've broken my finger and it's still not gone. My ligaments and tendons have all. So I'm using that as a really good excuse at the minute.
he did it. There you go, trying to bend the 15mm pipe back, and it's still snapped.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just be careful. Sometimes you don't know you're at strength.
Yeah, right.
You see what I did?
So have you marked on the bender there, John, so you can do an identical bend on this next bit of pipe?
Yeah. It's going to go wrong now because you're filming me, Pete.
Just pretend I'm not even here, mate.
Oh, now you've got a bit of that finger as well. Do you want me to hold that one up?
Happy with that?
Got to strain that.
Moved it quite a lot.
So a couple of rods here finished. It's quite tight because of the height of the window and the radiators and getting the pipe work underneath, but these guys have done a good job. The soldering here not pressing. I guess that's because it's a bit tighter. Yeah, it's looking good. So you can see there, come through and then across and then down onto the original feeds there. Some nice soldering there, got some pretty good effort. So the apprentices have got the boiler on the wall, the flue's out, and they've marked up their clips. And so far the flow and returns there, it's going through there to that radiator room just up there. It's nice, they've got two guys, don't really know each other, don't work with each other, different firms, and they've come together and they're working there, helping on the road, having a chat. It's one of the best things about working on things like this. Making new friends, making new acquaintances, seeing how other people work, checking out other people's tools, kit bags.
Once you go out and buy it, we should work that way.
Yeah, they're coming that way, aren't they? So, rads are on. It's looking good, Chris.
Yeah.
What have you had to do with the frame behind the rads?
Got a timber frame,
create a new skirting board just to hold them because they're only screwed to these plastic frames. Wouldn't have held the weight. So they're now nice and supported. Radiators are level.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Get them piped up now and then job done, get it filled up.
One of my favourite things about working with other tradesmen, not just things like this, charity installs, but when you're on site, seeing other people's kit, what cordless tools they use, why they use them, what hand tools they use. Maybe there's, you know, like I do in my videos, I'll show you a tool that I use that you might maybe didn't know about. So I've been having a good time today, walking around having a look at other people's kits. And what I've noticed today is a few people are pressing and a few people are soldering. So I'm going to ask a few of the guys if they prefer press or solder, maybe why, if they want to talk to the camera. Not many people do want to talk to the camera though.
What?
So listen to you guys, quick poll, press or solder?
Solder.
Solder. Press and solder.
Yeah, quick question, start with Chris. Press or solder?
Solder.
Press. Solder.
Solder.
Press. Press.
So just looking around, we've got the DeWalt laser level, Vito Pro Pack, some DeWalt, another Vito bag, really popular here today. I don't know why, but there's an empty Vito bag. Whether someone's just had a paddy and chucked all their kit, but there's an empty bag there. Vito bag, Vito bag. This is one of those Wirral to go. You've seen these with the Velcro, where the Wirral pouches stick on. Got the Vito bag there.
Anybody got an inch and a half black solder
Vito
well
tote
elbow?
there.
Black solder well elbow.
That's the Vito bag. Is it modified yet? They've modified it like I have mine for soldering, so they've took this side pocket out to make it a soldering bag. A little TP4 there. So, Denbo's making a bit of progress with the boiler. Some nice straight pipes now.
I'll put a level on them.
Soldering on that's beautiful, isn't it?
It's a flue. Flue cut down, stud on.
So outside we've got a couple more Vito bags.
I've been an apprentice for 7 almost
Vito Tech OT.
I never get a chance to solder like, but
But not curries. You don't like curries.
How awesome does this look? What curry is it?
Chicken curry.
Just like, you just call it chicken curry, it's
Yeah.
not like a madras or...
No.
That's awesome.
I think you only get those titles in restaurants.
So it's just a
Yeah.
good chicken curry.
Yeah, homemade.
Made on a Calagas burner in a massive wok. Do you call it a wok?
Yeah. This is made by his brother, I think, in Kenya. In the
Oh,
workshop.
awesome. What, handmade?
Yeah, handmade.
Handmade wok from Kenya.
For my brother-in-law.
I'm looking forward to eating this. Okay, so Jonathan's busy wiring it up. Pipework's getting there on the boiler. I'm just going to talk about this. This is a Spirotech combi. So if you don't know what one of these is, we've got a de-aerator and a magnetic filter or dirt separator. So normally best practice you'd put the magnet on the return, but with a air separator you need that on the hottest part of the boiler, which is the flow, as soon as you can get it off the boiler. Benefits of this is obviously it's one unit, so you don't need two. It's slightly larger though than having a magnetic separator on the return and your RV2 air separator on the flow, but you know, it's an all-in-one thing. So what this does, if you don't know, it strips out micro air from the system. So if you think about it, if we've got no oxygen in the system, because this is always stripping out any micro air, then there'll be no corrosion because there's no oxygen to react with the metals in the radiators or in the system. So really, we don't need the magnetic separator on the return because there should be no magnetite in the system because we've stripped the air out. But in case you're fitting this onto an existing system or for some reason oxygen gets into the system, we've got the backup of a magnetic separator anyway. So that's the Spirotech combi valve. Just for any electricians watching, what's that you're using there, mate?
It's a brush and pan, this.
And what are you doing? Cleaning up after yourself?
After myself, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like normal for a plumber, but if any electricians are thinking, what is he doing? Yeah, it's just having a clean up. Okay, there we go. So that's
Yeah, I need to start, yeah.
right, Mandeep, tell us what we got.
Oh, this is chicken curry, the best you can ever have. Yeah, hopefully. There's chicken curry, there's rice over here in that one there, I'll open that in a second. And that's lentils.
Perfect. So what have we got in here?
And these are naans. We just
Fresh naans.
Fresh naans.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Spoiling us here.
Beautiful scenes at lunchtime. Everyone's been grafting really hard and now they're having a well-earned break for lunch. Mandeep's cooked an awesome curry. What are you two doing?
Here's a heat here, so let's talk about controls that go on the Valent. So this time I've gone for the 150, this is a mechanical clock, dead easy to use, dead straightforward. So the wiring is a 3 amp spur switch, the wiring comes across, pierce the holes and thread it through. The e-bus connection and the power supply is separated, so it doesn't get interfered by turbulence. So basically inside, here you have, that's the live supply that goes in the block, and there's your e-bus. The 150 interface control simply slides in on, timed or off. So this is the VRT50 and it's using e-bus to go to the boiler. So what basically e-bus is 5-volt controls signal that's basically sending a Morse code to and from the boiler so it communicates. So here you have the room thermostat, and in the boiler you've actually got the time switch, so it goes on and off when it's supposed to, and this monitors the internal temperature. Whenever you're doing controls, always leave the instructions and explain it to the user so they get the most efficiency from the control. Thank you.
Okay, so we're filled up, fired up, and there's a few engineers going around bleeding radiators, just checking for leaks, and everyone else is just chilling out now. It's a really good atmosphere. Because the hard work's done now, everyone can just relax and just have a chat. So, just show you around. Just got people sitting in the sunshine, loving life. Honestly, if you want to get involved, send me a message. If you think you'd like to do something like this, or follow the Heroes of Heat Twitter account. They're also on Instagram and Facebook. And yeah, get involved. You can be part of this. What? Zoe, come on, come and be on film. Come and say, come on. Come on, Zoe. Tell me, have you had a nice time today?
I want to do it.
Have you had a nice time today?
Yes.
Have you been doing some plumbing?
Yeah, I did.
Who have you been helping?
Drew.
And? Sam?
Sam.
Who
Yeah.
was the best, Drew or Sam?
Both of them.
Lovely to see you. Right, so we're going to go in now and have a look at what we've been doing today. So I'll just take you inside. So we've got a radiator here where there previously wasn't one. This is in the men's toilets. So we'll start this end. And we've got brand new radiators throughout. Some very neat pipe work. Right, so just look at the finished boiler. This is all up and running now. Nathan's just commissioning it. And yeah, it's all working. That's it, job's done. I've had a great day today. After lunch, we had a little talk with the people who run the centre, and they told us a couple of stories about the kinds of people who come here and how desperate they are. And I won't lie to you, I don't mind telling you, when they told us one story about a young lady with 3 kids that she couldn't afford to feed, came here crying because she was desperate, and then tried to convince them to let her in to help her, and they didn't. They said, we don't need any convincing, just come in. And then she was crying tears of relief. Okay, so we're wrapping up now. People are packing up the kit and going home. Everything's working. I'm really pleased that we've done a great job today. So we'll just ask the man who's set it all up. Jonathan, are you pleased with how things have gone today?
It's gone superb. It's gone to time. It's gone to the strategy. It's absolutely perfect. Everything's working as it should. The trustees of the charities, they've been over. We've shown them how the controls work. It's just been absolutely perfect. And there's been a nice message today sent out to all the volunteers.
And I felt the atmosphere today with the barbecue, the curry that Mandeep did, and the little like mini sermon we had from, was he a pastor or a vicar?
The Pastor Steve, basically Pastor Steve, he comes to this charity hub every Sunday morning and does a service to all the users or the homeless people and just gives them a message of hope and faith. And he came out and he said a message to all the volunteers, and they've never had that before. In all the Heroes of Heat projects, the volunteers have never had that message before, and it's just been inspirational. There's actually been warmth in the atmosphere today, hasn't there?
Yeah.
It's been the best one yet.
What would you say to anyone watching this who feels like after seeing this they want to get involved?
DM me, whatever you've got to contribute, let me know. If you're a manufacturer, if you're an installer, if you're an accountant, if you're good at PR or IT, get in touch. You can all help, you can all give towards this. Heroes of Heat is just a bunch of installers getting together to help the community.
And like you've seen today, you don't have to be a plumber. Electricians are welcome. We had a brickier today. Sometimes we might need plasterers, other trades. Anyone who wants to get involved, don't be shy. Message Jonathan, Heroes of Heat, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I think we're on LinkedIn as well now.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to get involved, just reach out to us.
Thank
More
you
the merrier.
guys.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Cheers. Thank you, Pete. Bye-bye.
Cheers. So we're just wrapping up now. Everyone's packing their kit up.
Anybody's?
Let's have a look what. So finished job. Got a Valen EcoFit Pure 30 kilowatt combi. As we said to you before, this is the time switch. This is the most simple time clock you can get to operate the boiler. And then the room stat we're using, the VRT50, is a load compensating room stat, which is widened on the bus terminals, which makes it Boiler Plus compliant. Extra expansion vessel for the volume system, what we've got. And then, as I went through with you before, the Spirotech combi, de-aerator and magnetic dirt separator. Tundish on the PRV, and that's linked in to the drain. Very nice, neat work. This was done by the 2 apprentices and Dennis Hollingworth, showing them basically how to do a cracking job.
Whose is that? Oh yeah, you did. Had he upset you on my own?
Right, so job's done. Been pub for a few beers. Now we've got about 2.5 hour drive home, but it's been totally worth it. You boys had a good time?
Yeah, mate, sound spot on.
And yeah, I'll be asleep in a couple of minutes.
No, you won't.
Thanks for watching.